What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to FEEKI Flips, the most dumbed down real estate channel on all of YouTube, because if I can make money doing this, then so can you. We are back today. I'm riding solo today. It's tough in the streets out here. We are on the iPhone and the shitty $50 Rode mic. JP thought it would be acceptable for him to get a actual film gig, and he had to go to Germany for like 3 weeks, so this might not be the only phone vlog that we have to drop on the channel in the next couple weeks, but we've been super busy the last few days. Last week we ended up buying this 6-unit multifamily building. We sold a flip on Friday, and today we just closed a wholesale, but today we are focused only on that 6-unit building, so I'm gonna head over there. Haven't been there yet. It's my first time going, so I will run you guys through one of the vacant units, tell you about our plan for the building. And it's much more than just a 6-unit, which is awesome. We have some other opportunities at this property that I'll get into a little bit. So I already got the nitro brew in hand, so let's head over.
Money, you smell me, that's LV. Walk around with my chest out and my skin smooth, I'm healthy. I'm in a mix and I'm handshaking, but most of y'all can't help me. Most of y'all ain't wealthy. Most of y'all just dress like it. I caught the vibe that y'all giving off, and I'm trying to make myself less.
Yo, fuck. I just missed it. And sorry if the audio sucks, I don't have time to mic up. That wreck just happened. I heard the screeching. God damn it, I just missed it.
Fly though, and I know I gave up drinking, but I'm high though. I told her I don't come from heaven, you could try though. I'm not on top of this shit yet, but I'm that guy though.
Alright, just pulled up to the property, and before we get going, can we all just hop in the comments real quick and just shit on JP, because I don't even do this, and he's always talking about how sick he is. Oh, vlogging on a red, got the Sony, got the mic, all this shit. I don't even do this, and I already know that this episode bangs way harder than any episode that's been on the channel. Filmed, edited, everything done by me. All right, let's hop into it.
I got friends that I keep close, and they let it go while I reload. Like, TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like.
This is basically it. Like I said, this is a 6-unit building, and all 6 units are studio units, so they're all a little bit different than this, but basically the same. 400 square feet, all pretty small. We have 2 vacancies here, so I'm in one of them right now, and then another one is the tenant is on their way out. So I will run you guys through all the details on this deal, how we found it, how we funded it, what the plan is, and then our phase 2 plan, because this project is going to have 2 steps in it. Now, lucky for me, Wes is super fucking smart, and at face value, there wasn't really a deal here, at least not a great one, but he saw a little bit more than probably most people that were offering on this deal, so I'll get into that a little bit later, what we're planning on doing for phase 2 of this deal, where the real value in this one comes in. So first things first, how we actually found this deal. This deal came straight off the MLS. A few weeks ago, this would have been 3 weeks ago now, Wes hit me up on a Sunday. Wes, my partner, if you guys don't know him, and he was like, hey, I think I found a deal. One of our goals this year is to buy 40 more units for our portfolio. We want to do more multifamily than single family. So he was like, I think I found our first multifamily for the year. I'm going to offer on it. I was like, cool. So it was listed for right around $800,000. We offered $825,000, and we ended up getting it. So lead source, MLS, really straightforward. So we get the deal under contract, and then at that point during our due diligence period, that's when we can dig in to see if this thing is really going to pencil or not. So that's what Wes was doing. He was pulling rent comps, he was pulling the zoning, all that stuff that I'll get into in a minute. So we determined that yes, this was a deal that we want to buy. So next comes funding. So that's kind of where I came in. We raised the entire purchase price for this one and a little bit more. So we raised about $550,000 from a single private money lender, and then the extra $300,000 from a second private money lender. So we raised $850 total. Like I said, purchase price was only $825. So after closing costs, we actually got a small check back from closing on this one, and then we just have 2 loans on the property, the one for $550 and then the second one for $300. All right, I actually just pulled a JP. I recorded like a 3-minute segment and turned the camera around, and it wasn't actually recording. So that happens all the time when we film these videos, so nothing new here. But what I was saying is, now that we own this thing, what are we actually going to do? So there is phase 1 and phase 2 of this project. For phase 1, when we were digging into this thing during our due diligence period, we were really seeing where the rents could be. And that's where we kind of got surprised once we had it under contract. All of these units, even though they're only, 400 square feet, they're rented for about $600 a month each. But what we found by pulling all the rent comps in this area is that we should be able to get at least $1,000, probably about $1,100 a month in the rents. Some of the new construction in this area is going for like $1,400 a month for a similar studio unit. So we were really, really surprised on how high we could get this place rented. So that's basically phase one of the project. I'll flip the camera around real quick. So it's just going to be doing a light rental turn in these vacant units, the 3 that are vacant. So that's just going to be basically painting, and then we'll do some nice looking flooring, some fixtures, getting it cleaned up, just spending a few thousand per unit just to make it look more modern, make it really clean, bright, really decent rental product for our new tenants to move into. So after we're able to turn these 3 units and raise the rest of them to market rents, that will drive the value of this building up to like 1.1, 1.2 million, somewhere in there. So we do have some built-in equity in this deal, but the real value comes from phase 2 of the project. So I'm gonna head outside and then we can run through that real quick. Now, before we hop into phase 2, and really lesson of the day since we've been doing that on this channel, see this garage behind me? Now, this is a really interesting point about why multifamily is so much better than single family. So this garage here, it's actually rentable. I guess it's rentable since it's ours and we can put it for rent, but it's separated. So there's like 2 separate garages here, which is really interesting because the way that multifamily is valued versus single family, it's valued more like a business than just like what the market can bear. So for instance, with this garage here, we would actually be able to rent each of these sides for say like $200 a piece or something like that, an extra $400 a month times 12. So we can pull in an extra $4,800 a year off of this building. And based on a 5 cap rate, that would actually drive our value by somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000 for this building. Whereas like a single family, if you had our single family rental, if you were renting the garage to someone else and then you tried to sell the building, the new buyer would be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want someone else renting my garage. But the fact that a multifamily building is actually valued based on the net operating income, how much it takes in versus what the expenses are, this can drive our value way up just by being creative and renting out another space in the building like this. All right, so for phase 2, we are actually interested in this right here. So our lot actually goes all the way back here. You can see that our building is way on the front half of the parcel here. So what was really interesting about this one and why Wes even offered on it is because we had so much room in the back here, and the zoning for this place is really, really intense. We can do, I don't know if it's 0 lot line. I think some of it's 0 lot line. The zoning code is very detailed in what you can and can't do, but based on our initial findings, we think that we would be able to build about 12 more units right here at some point. So obviously this is like years in the making, but phase 1 is just to get the existing 6 unit up to market rents, refinance, and then we can have some equity in the building that way, put some regular debt on it, get our investors out of the deal. And then we have options for this back half. We can parcel split it and sell the dirt. We can parcel split it, entitle the dirt, sell it to another developer. We can just build the project. We can parcel split it and build the project. And then we actually have 2 separate multifamily properties here. So there's a ton of potential with this deal. And that's why we're really excited on it. So obviously this deal's a bit different than what you guys usually see on the channel as far as like the single family condos, fix and flip type stuff. So we're not going to be doing like a weekly series like we usually do here. Maybe I'll do an update after we're done with phase 1 and we're refinanced, only because I can do a clickbait title like got $200,000 for free or some shit and explain how a cash out refinance works and driving value in a multifamily and all that. But really there's not going to be much to show here until we start phase 2 and really figure out what we're going to do. So maybe in that update video we'll have a more solid plan on what we're going to do back here, and then I'll update you guys at that time. But either way, we'll keep showing what we're working on the channel, so make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Smash that like button, help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next episode, and make sure to drop a comment if you think that I can do a better job than JP, because I already know I can.